Nasik. Yeah, so that covers around 24 states and I think 90 plus cities across India, and we are there global also. So we'll discuss during the course of the webinar about all those details. I just wanted to tell you this because the host was saying it is 125. That is the past history. Now we are in 157. So yeah, so let's get into the mode of it. Before we get into, मैं आपसे एक छोटा केस स्टडी बताना चाह रहा हूँ. देख लीजिए, when we buy a new vehicle, जब हम नया गाड़ी खरीदते हैं, क्या होता है, अपने पास वारंटी का कूपन बुक रहता है, सर्विस का कूपन बुक रहता है. तो हम ब्रांड का पास हर एक महीना या 2 महीने में वो मिनिमम माइलेज जितना है 5,000 kilometers या 2,000 kilometers, whatever the mileage is, we take that and move ahead, is it not? तो कूपन सर्विस करवा देते हैं. फिर 1 साल के बाद क्या होता है, the first 1 year, after the first 1 year, your coupons are exhausted. उसके बाद ना क्या होता है ना, तो either going back to the brand, you have your own apprehension, सही समय पर दे सकते हैं या नहीं, या उनका पास टाइम रहेगा या नहीं, वो देखना चाहिए. और the costing of the spares and all those things are also little above the head. And then the only option we are left is with going to the street side local mechanic वाला. वहाँ तो वो जगह अच्छा नहीं रहता है, एक डिंगी प्लेस जैसा रहता है, like you know, ladies cannot go there, and it's a one man operated show. No hygiene is being maintained, especially during this COVID days. अभी इस pandemic में तो कहीं strange जगह पे जाना तो मना है ना, it is not practically possible. So now what happens, from the first 1 year it was all regularly serviced vehicle. From there we have moved on to need based repair. तो जब नीड आया, आप सोच लीजिए, जब आपने ऑयल बदला, किलोमीटर का जरिया बदला, या just because the engine was not giving correct sound. So it is normally it is because engine not giving correct sound, because we have not got it periodically repaired. And then the tire, these things, what happens is it increases the breakdown levels. So the breakdowns start increasing, erratic breakdowns. आपको पता भी नहीं चलता है, suddenly एक दिन आप काम में जा रहा है और प्रॉब्लम आ जा सकता है. तो this is a big issue. And then of course what happens is you know, the models are coming day in day out. Every month we have got a new model being released. All the 12 manufacturers are releasing different models. So we need to go in for we need to sell it and go in for a new vehicle. So during this sale there is an undervalue also. So what you have spent and what is you're getting back, there is a lot of disparity in it, and you feel dejected. But since the new vehicle is coming, you're overwhelmed. So this is the case study, and this is the problem statement on which Speedforce has been working on. So that's how the whole journey has started, and this is the problem statement that we thought to address. Now let's see what is there in store for us today. So overview of the two-wheeler industry, introduction, what is Speedforce, how it works, market potential, way forward, and other networking issues. Okay, so let's see how we are going to. So when you get into any industry, it is the most important to understand how potential, how sustainable the business will be, is it not? So that's how we were assessing the whole situation. This is one industry which has posted a growth of the minimum growth of around 12%, and it has gone up to around 17 to 18% in the last since independence. We have been indigenizing our own equipment. We have been having our own brands. We were in collaboration, and then the collaboration also got split. They started individually operating, but still there's a lots of two-wheelers that are being sold, because we are basically a country which depends more on two-wheelers. Even 85 to 87% of our population depends on two-wheelers as a commutation thing. So there is 12% growth achieved year on year since the last 6 years. As I told you, there's a large gap between the sales and the service capacity of two-wheeler industry. There is an interesting issue that I would like to tell you. As per the industry standards, every brand, any brand for that matter, is not even able to serve 20% of vehicles post warranty. You know what happens? Every brand sells year on year, month on month, they sell new vehicles. And it gets accumulated. So the second year, even 20% of the vehicles sold in the first year are not being able to service. And as the years proceed, second year, third year, fourth year, it goes to somewhere 18, 16 and 0%. So where is the market? There is a big market. No? There is 80% of vehicles in the first second year that need service. That's a big market, huge market. Now let's look. So manufacturer service focus is largely on warranty service. Yeah, they are into new vehicle sale, the manufacturers, the brands, and they are more concentrated on the warranty sale, because warranty sale has to be done by them because they are giving warranty, and in case of any replacements or spare changes, they will do it free of cost. So the service has to be done by them. Other than manufacturers, small garages provide a service. Yeah, as I told you, yes, small garages, they don't, they can, I mean, in the sense, they really can't match the quality. There is on average, you know, the technology has been changing, especially from 2017. The technology has been changing to a very rapid extent, and most of the companies that are coming with their own bikes, they have got a variety of technology that you know, the mechanic, there is a lack of professional approach in this thing. He might not be abridged also. So there is an apprehension in our mindset. So, and it's a one-man show, as I told you. So all these things have added for us to see that from shifting our focus from regular repair to need-based. Yes, let's look at the market average, which is around 9 crore vehicles since they've sold the last 6 years, which I would say up to 2019. Because 2020, you know, it was a pandemic issue and a lot of things happened. 9 crore vehicles till 2019. That means around 36 crores services are due, considering at least 4 services. Considering a vehicle moving at about 2,000 kilometers, at least 3 months, which is very, you know, you're moving at a very rapid pace, and every 2,000 kilometers you need an oil change. So that needs a service. So if we consider 4 every 3 months, 1 service, 4 services would go to 36 crores. 36 crores service at an average. Imagine there is 17,000 plus Indian rupees involved in the whole setup. So vast potential, and very few people are there in multi-brand service. And yeah, multi-brand service backed by a strong team that has got an in-house R&D facility and is value adding on a day-to-day basis. I don't think there is another company in India other than Speedforce. Yeah. So there's a lot of economic transformation also, a lot of education quotient of the average user has gone up, and transformation has raised customer expectation. As I told you, pre-COVID, people were going to their workshop, going to the mechanic shed, sitting there and getting their vehicle done. But today, they are really not in a position to go there because it's a strange place. They don't want to get affected by the pandemic. So it is more of a, I mean, the service part is neglected. This is where we can tell you very, very boldly that we have been proactive. We are proud to tell you that we are India's first bike sanitized company. So we sanitize the bike. We before pre-COVID also we offered pickup and drop facility, which was then a luxury. Now it has become a necessity. So when people are calling us up, we have developed an app, mobile app for the customers to call to just fix up an appointment. All these, see, we've involved technology and information technology and human technology. All three we have abridged, made a package and created Speedforce. So what is the expectation of the customer? State of art, the latest workshops. Yes, neat, clean, nice looking and pollution free workshops. Competent, courteous staff seen all over. And of course, top end bikes. Yes, top end bikes. That is the biggest thing. A lot of things are happening. Customers' expectation more open to latest technology. Today, as I told you, the education quotient has gone up. So and Google, thanks to Google, anything you wanted, any information you want is there on Google. So everybody know what is the technology that's open. It's more open to everybody. So they're expecting the best for their vehicle, because two-wheeler is a very integral part of our life. and looking for quick response. We have no time to wait. We need emergency repair. The turnaround time must be immediate. Even for breakdowns, Speedforce assures for roadside assistance, maximum 20 minutes, minimum is 20 minutes, and maximum is around 60 to 70 minutes, because depending on the distance from the nearest workshop. So there is no question of waiting at all. The waiting time is zero, because we have streamlined our operations in such a way, both on the IT front and the technology front and the human-centric front, that it is instantaneous, and transparency in all aspects. Yes, this is very, very important, because transparency does pay a very valuable thing out here. And you got to the, as I said, the customer has got knowledge about the technology. So unless you're transparent, what is the oil change that you're doing, what is the spares that you're doing, what are the old spares, why you need to change, where it will be a problem, all these things the customer knows. And if you're able to give him the knowledge on that, then there is a sort of a belief system that happens, and the belief system converts into loyalty once the customer is delighted with the information given by you. So it's all a series of process, and for that we have created an SOP also. So now, yes, so what is the market demand as of now? Let's understand. You need a service with a difference, a customized service as per the mindset of the customer. A customized service as per the mindset of the customer, because the whole process involves a lot of human-centric activity. You need to understand the customer thought process. You need to behave as per the customer requirements. So all these things play a very vital role, and of course your place has to be impeccably clean, high-tech tools, trained people, out of the world value-added services, and transparency in what you do, service at doorstep, pick up and drop. All these things play a real vital role in your day-to-day activity, is it not? Yeah. So what is Speedforce a company? How the Speedforce company is got different skill sets, working experience. So I think at this stage I need to say something about the management. The management, because unless you understand the management, you will not understand what are the efforts that have been put into this business proposal, and to see that the franchise is being sustainable. I will give you an outlay, but the details will be perfect. A macro level or micro level details will be given to you once you're interested in the franchise. The outlays, we have got, we are into after sales service. Yes, we are into after sales service, and we are into multi-brand after sales service. It's not one vehicle, but from moped to your superbike, everything can be done at your nearest Speedforce outlet. Networking, yes, networking, because we bring cross-border entrepreneurship skills, because we are there across India, and that brings a lot of value addition to the entire setup. And of course, sales and marketing, we've got dedicated team, branding, yes, accounts and finances. Now I'll tell you a small story about Speedforce. See, the management. The management has got around 4 people who are there exclusively in the automobile industry, with their experiences ranging from 30 to 40 years in just automobile industry. We have our mentor, Mr. Mohan Vaidya sir, and we have our CTO, Mr. Ashok sir. We have our directors, Mr. Rangarajan sir, Mr. Kohli sir, and we have got Paul sir. So these people are all basically from automobile industry with roughly about 30 to 40 years of experience, and they've worked with various levels. Like Ashok sir was totally, he takes he's the CTO, so he takes care of the entire technology department. And Vaidya sir is basically into, he is into training, so he gives you the entire outlay about what's the technology that's happening, what is the technology that's going to come. To tell you a matter of fact, we are expecting to by 2023 the market to be flooded with electrical vehicles. Though there is already, it has been started, the market has already started, but it's just trickling down drop by drop. By 2023, most of the vehicles, the two-wheelers that we are using, could either be retrofitted with electrical vehicle engines, or real electrical vehicles might drop in. So 2023 is the dead point where most of the mechanics will lose their job, because they are into both into the mechanical part of it, Now there is an electrical part that's been come. It's going to be very predominant. So this, we have already got lessons that have been lined up for the electrical things, electrical vehicles, how to go about, because this is all being done in a phase-wise manner. We are all ready. We would launch it as things happen. Right now, we are coming up with a very typical scanner for BS6 and other vehicles. So all the vehicles can be scanned, and what is the defect can be adjusted without even touching the vehicle, just by going through it. So these things are all, on a day-to-day basis, there's value addition being done. And these 5 people, 4 or 5 people who are there on the top management, on the technical side, take care of the entire thing that is required. Then we have 4 more people on the desk. We have Mr. Kapil Bindi, who takes care of the entire financial, who takes care of the entire numbers. He's the number man, we call him. And then we have Mr. Dipin Barai. Mr. Dipin Barai is a scientist himself and an entrepreneur and a mentor to the startup, especially the automobile sector. So he looks into value addition and new things. And then we have got Mr. Nirav Bhatt, who takes care of the global operations in the Northern India. He's got his own expertise. And then, of course, I'm there with you. So the varied people from different walks of life with their own experience and expertise baggage have brought in value addition to Speedforce. And that is the success of Speedforce, because we have been patient listeners and proactive people who have been bringing great changes to the franchise network. Yeah. So what is Speedforce? Speedforce is a chain of two-wheeler stations providing all kinds of services according to market demand. This is a very, very tricky question. The first part of it was chain of two-wheeler service station. Yes, we are just not workshops. So we are just not workshops. What else can we do? So what else does the two-wheeler needs? Two-wheeler needs repair, it needs labor, it needs service, it needs spares, it needs oils, it needs insurance, it needs roadside assistance, breakdown assistance, insurance claims, insurance settlement, insurance repairs, annual maintenance, what not. A foray of things for a two-wheeler customer to get satisfied. And we call Speedforce, it is a one-stop solution for all your two-wheeler needs. This not only increases our purview of things or our mystic power on the two-wheeler owner who walks into us. But I think by mistake those are on mute. Yeah, so this not only brings in two-wheeler owner to us, nearer to us, but also sees that there are multiple venues for the franchise to earn. We say we have around 18 ways of earning through Speedforce franchise, which we will discuss during the franchise meet. Yeah, why Speedforce? I don't think many of you would have any doubts after so much explanation, but still, let's have a look at it. There is a potential business, yes, large potential. Current channels have their own limitations. Improvement in technology demands, market demand for new trends, customer ready, extra care, employment, entrepreneurship generation. Yes. Or during our success saga that we have been moving, we are moving at a rapid pace, creating entrepreneurs who in turn are giving employment to a minimum of 3 to 7 people for them. There is a direct employment and there is indirect employment with a lot of vendors, a lot of people involved. So this is not only a business, but you're also doing a service to the society. You're giving you're giving the extended warranty for the vehicle, well-being of the vehicle. You're giving life to a lot of people. So there's a lot of satisfaction that goes into this job, and for which Speedforce is really proud. On our journey, we have created almost 157 entrepreneurs, and we are looking to create around 300 by December 30th, and maybe 500 by this financial year ending. That's a goal that we, with all the help of great people, will definitely be able to achieve. And one of our main vehicles that we move across India is our franchise apply. I thank franchise apply sincerely for doing this for us. So this has been. I just wanted to tell you this because you have to understand that what is a strong network that you're working with. Yeah, how Speedforce works. Franchise appointment. The moment the franchise gives us a call and says we would like to take it, we give them the necessary outlay that's required, and then they need to fill an application. And once the application is filled, we do the analytics. we understand three basic things during the analytics. One is the weather condition of that place. Second, the brand that's moving out of the moving in that place. Say it is Honda Activa that's going, and a Bajaj or a Hero, whatever it is. We try to understand what are the number of vehicles that are going through, and then what we do is we have the third aspect is what is the economic strata of that place. So these things, what happens? They give you an outlay of how things are working. In the sense, like what is the spares, minimum spares that you need to maintain. So what is the number of what are the typical repairs that arise at that place, because you know the vehicle, and what would be the cost of your competitors, say roadside garages or the brands, how will the costing be? So we have analyzed the analytics, and we form a certain structure where we give you a rate card as per that place, and we give you the number of spares that are required, the spare list that is required, and then we tell you what is the sustainability, how long you take. So normally the sustainability is between 6 to 8 months, we say, but people have achieved it earlier. But let's not take that into consideration, because that could be just about 42%. But in general, it is 6 to 8 months. Your break even would come, and from 18 months to 36 months. Earlier it was we made it from 12 months to 24 months, but due to the pandemic, we expect a slow process to go on. But from 18 months to 36 months, your total recovery or investment will happen. And that is a guarantee, because you've got a stipulated SOP for everything. Followed thoroughly, you will reap rich dividends. Yeah. So how does Speedforce works? On-job training, timely visits and audits, technical support, customer feedback, cross-learning. So let's look at on-job training. What is on-job training? So on-job training is, so initially what happens when you hire your team, our team of technical heads, they come down over there and they give training. They have a 3-phase training out there once. One is, what is the technology that is prevailing during this time? In the sense, what is the technology, the present age technology, that is BS5 or BS6 is happening. This is what is happening. So what are the regular repairs? We have already gauged what would be the regular repairs due to the weather conditions and all those things. So basic training would be given. And we have an SOP for every vehicle. The vehicle comes into Speedforce outlet, what first has to be done, what has to be done second, what has to be done third, how it has to go about, how long it should take. So everything has been an SOP that's been created, and this would be delivered to your technical people. Because if I don't deliver that, if my people don't deliver it, what happens is the technical person takes his own sweet time, and probably over 2-3 vehicles they get tired, or the whole day is occupied. So we see that we give a special SOP to understand that they have to follow a process. By following this process, the stress is released, and they will be able to rake in maximum potential. So this has been given. Then we give a motivational training, because from a street side mechanic, they've rise to a corporate employee status. So how they need to behave, what is the customer voice, how they need to deal with all these things are being taught to them. And third, we give on-job training, because we are giving you multi-brand two-wheeler tools, and you are going to entertain multi-brand two-wheeler service station. So suppose if I don't give you training, what happens 15-20 days later, the entire workshop will be in a chaotic situation. You don't know which tool is. So that we give an on-job training minimum 2 to 3 days for the staff to understand where to place what. This plays a very predominant role, because somebody is coming in an urgency, and if you're not able to find the plug spanner, it is just about 150 rupees business, but that business will see that the next time he will never come for anything. So we take care that not to create satisfaction. Customer satisfaction plays a very vital role in us, because one of our director, Mr. Rangarajan, we call him fondly as RR, he takes care of the customer satisfaction and customer delight, because he was dealing with customer satisfaction for 40 years at different locations, at different brands. So that has been a big advantage for us. So all these things will be told to you as and when it's required. And timely visits and audit, yes, we make 3 types of visits. One is admin visit, admin audit that's being done almost every month, every 15 days initially, and then every month little later, and then we make it perfect, because our CRM is also taking care of the audits. And then we have a technical team that comes to you once in 3 months or 4 months. They make a journey and come down to your state with covering all the outlets to talk to you about the latest technology, to train your people, and to conduct machinery audits. And then we have marketing people. Marketing people will start their activity from 4th month of your establishment, because the first 3 months is almost a learning phase. You try to understand what's the business, how to manage the internal customers, your team, and how to manage the external customers, the real customers. So all these things well balanced, you get into the group in the first 100 days, and from 100 days, the marketing will start. All our activity are co-creating activity. You have invested something in us, and we have invested 100 crore brand in you. So you are the face value of Speedforce. We take it to the next level with co-creation. So everything is co-created. Then we have technical support. Technical support is an intrinsic support that's been offered to during the office hours. All the franchises are equipped with Wi-Fi and cameras. So any place where you're stuck up during repair, maybe the regular repair is okay. When you're doing some engine work, you're being stuck up somewhere. So where do you go to? You just can't call us and ask for this. So instead, what we do is we ask you to get across on a Wi-Fi mode on a video call, and our technical head will talk to you on a step-by-step and guide you on a step-by-step basis as to how to cure the problem. And then, of course, success is definite to be there because our technical heads, it's their job to know about the entire technology. And customer feedback. This is a very, very, very important aspect of Speedforce, because Speedforce is all ears. We listen to you, and you need to listen to the customer. And it has to be translated. What you listen to the customer, if you can implement it, it's fine. If you can't, you have to get back to us. So we are very young at heart, old in age, but very young in heart, to understand what the customer needs and ready to mold our operations as per customer needs, because the customer is the most important person on our agenda. And then cross-border learning. Yes, we are there across India. So cross-border learning is going to be a very, very integral part. Now let's look at the support. I think we have done all these things. Yeah, this is a bundled offer right now. Right now we are charging around 7.5 lakhs plus GST, which works out to around 8.85 lakhs. And the bundled offer is we give you all the tools and equipment that are required, the basic tools and equipment that are required to repair any two-wheeler as per your geolocation. And then we do the branding, the internal branding, the internal graphics and front fascia. From Kashmir to Kanyakumari, Speedforce is one. Wherever you go, it looks alike. The lobby is the same. The internal workshop is the same. The washing area is the same. Everything have the graphics which are just similar to each other. So this makes a brand. It makes more branding, and it gives a lot of brand equity in the market also. Then the stationery. Stationery is one thing which I would like to very cleanly tell you, that we have got state-of-art stationery. When I say state-of-art stationery, we have really iterated, moderated, or rather worked a lot on the stationery. So every point in the stationery, or the job card, or the invitation, the invoice books, or the job register, there are a lot of things that you might not find it in your regular workshops, because due to our experience, the vast experience of our founders, they've created a select set of things which will always safeguard your interest and keep you clean. So this is totally given by us. Then the marketing kit. Yes, the initial marketing kit would be promotional material and leaflets. And the fourth month, once the marketing come, they come with the canopy and the umbrella and the standees and all those things, and they start doing it. So marketing is basically we have a door-to-door campaign, in the sense we work out on select domain, like medical shops one day, like banks one day. That is door-to-door campaign. Second, we organize small health camps. Along, as I told you, it's a co-creation activity. So your mechanic will be there, and our marketing people also will be there, and we will start doing it at some mall or somewhere where people gather. So there we'll do a health camp where no transaction. It's a zero transaction health camp where their vehicle is assessed, and the problems are being set. So for further curing, they need to come to the workshop, and if there is no problem, we invite them also to the workshop on a day, so that they understand. They have a virtual, they have a workshop tour, and understand the facilities that we have, which automatically gives rise to customership. In the sense, they understand the facility, then automatically they will log in someday and give a chance to you. So that is one thing. The marketing support, hand-holding, marketing service, training. Training is not one-time affair; it is a periodic affair, and we take care of the training all through. Visits and audits. Yes, regular visits and audits. I think we have discussed about this. So yeah. So yes, 2020 year. a small interesting story which I would like to tell you about 2020 year. 2020 on March 19, 2020. If you all remember, just go a little flashback to memory, you'll understand. We had on 22nd, we had Janata curfew called by our honorable Prime Minister. And then from 24, it was lockdown, lockdown, lockdown. So March 19, we opened our 45th outlet in Hyderabad, South India. And the last, I think, 18 months, 18 months, it's around 15 months, I suppose. Yeah. In 15 months, we are right now 157 open and still around 20, 21, I think 21 on the agenda. And on day-to-day basis, this figure is getting changed. So you understand the company which was 45, it is now 150. That means there is 300% growth during the pandemic, because there are some proactive services like bike sanitization, pickup and drop facility, and transparency that has created a lot of business for us, and in turn a lot of franchisees for us. So this has done a wonderful thing. And our sole objective when we opened up in 2020, January 1st, we were thinking by that year end we should hit 100. That was our aim. And 2020 December 31st till 9:30 p.m. we were just 99. And at 10 o'clock, 10:20, if I'm not wrong, 10:20 p.m. we received a message and a transfer from Karnataka, and that was 100th branch. At 10:30, all of us celebrated 2020's target. Before 12 p.m. we reached the 100 that we were planning to. So that's how we have been working, and God has been good to us. Our sincere dedication had really paid off. So that was it. This was the 2020 card. 3 offices started. Today we have 6 offices. From 7 men in the management, right now we are 11, I think. And team members, right now we are around, I think around 150 plus team members, direct and indirect. 35 new outlets, the outlets, yes, launched in 30 plus cities during 2020. Today we are almost 75 cities, I think, and 16 states. Today we are 24. Recognitions have gone too much, and new services we have added around 3 plus something, and now we are 157. So the number is always changing. So what is the company thinking of doing? So we were planning initially, I'll tell you, at 2020 when we started, we thought we will do pan India. We will work out on pan India basis, reach tier 2, tier 3 cities. In fact, in most of the states, we have also reached even the towns. Believe me, we have reached towns like Chudialanj in Orissa. We have reached towns like Saundati in Karnataka, Sela, Omalur in Tamil Nadu. So we have reached certain places where we never even imagined. So pan India. And luckily for us, we got a very good inquiry from overseas. So we opened our first branch in Nepal. Then we realized that this industry needs us wherever there are two-wheelers. So we decided, now pan India, pan global, wherever there is maximum number of two-wheelers that have been going on, then we need to have a presence. So right now we opened in Nepal. Very soon we are opening up in Sri Lanka, Philippines, Vietnam, and Bangladesh. And you never know. So that's the thing. Target metro and 2-tier cities. No, the target was metro and 2-tier cities, but the kind courtesy of franchisees have stretched our targets to 3-tier and towns also. 300 plus franchise outlets by 31st December. I think we are on the route. And pan India presence, yes, pan India presence. Yeah, we are right now 24 plus 24 states. I think we need to we can boldly say that we have got a good sizable pan India presence. So our official partners, as I was telling you, how we are going to give genuine spares and genuine oil. So we are tied up with India's leading auto component, wear and tear auto component manufacturer, Unominda, and one of world's largest oil companies, Castrol. For insurance, we are tied up with Renewbuy. Our ERP partner is Matrix Software Solutions and AMC Corporate Warranty. So we are tied up with a lot of people because these people believe the mission of our vision. and they've aligned with us. And they're almost the prestigious names in the industry. So you can understand what market validation we received, which keeps us working harder and harder to keep up the expectation of our official partners. Yes, footprints, name a place where we are not there. So that's a big task, is it not? Yes, this is how our workshops are to be. They're going to have the ramps, the sophisticated equipment, the power tools, the compressor, and the front fascia you can see. Which this itself is very attractive. And we always say that we don't want an area in the commercial locality, because commercial locality, you have three problems. One is every vehicle that comes to a commercial place comes on a work. So they either come and then leave depending on their work. So they don't have time to spare for service. Second, parking is a big problem in commercial area. Third, the rents are very high. So we look for semi-commercial areas which onlook a lot of residential places. Because see, look at the third photo where we have got Tara Automobiles. The entire thing is so attractive. None of our showrooms will have the front glass. They are all visible to the public. So this we ascertain that any two-wheeler that passes that side, that is the reason we say you need to be in the semi-commercial area that onlooks a lot of residential area. Any two-wheeler that passes that side will at least for 2 seconds have a look at the front fascia and the work that's happening, and that is sure to bring in a lot of walk-in customers, at least for the first 3 months. Maybe after during the fourth month, we will start our activity for more customers. But the first 3 months, it ensures your sustenance. Yeah, that's the one-stop solution I was telling you. So that's a spares where you get the genuine spares. This is how the battery charger and all, everything is the same out at all places. So yeah, this was something in the south when we launched. There's local newspaper, a lot of newspapers have come. You just type the name Speedforce two-wheelers, you'll understand in YouTube how many things have come up. And yeah. So these are certain activity that we do. The top three is the corporate social responsibility that we take care. Year-on-year basis, we conduct. We are almost in tie-up with the local police, and during the traffic week, we organize certain things like free health checkups for the vehicles. And last year, because of pandemic, we distributed masks and sanitizers, and we also conducted for the college students, school students especially, about national road safety, how road safety must be. We conducted paintings and essay writings for them, so that because if the younger generation understands how to maintain road safety, then I think there'll be a stage where India will have zero accidents, and that's what we expect. And down below, you can understand it's a corporate event that's been happening. We have been doing healthcare checkups at the corporate event. You can see our standee also. So this is with various corporate parking lot. We do it. It is, of course, as I told you, it's a co-creation with the franchise. Yeah, this is again the same thing. Yes, corporate thing. Our people, even our office. Our office, we have wonderful staff. To tell you a matter of fact, there is no difference between a CEO and the front office front desk. Because all of us wear the same t-shirts and all of us maintain the same vision and mission in our brain. So we work as it is our own company, and that is the crux and the success of where we are today. India's largest international multi-brand two-wheeler service station. Yes. Yeah, this is some of the propaganda that people have done, the franchises have done in the initial, during the inauguration. So all these things add value. So they create a brand equity position, because the franchise is ultimately the face of the Speedforce, because we are not known in that location. It is a franchise who is known, and they make a real good shout out during the launches. Yeah, this is the North Indian media, the Gujarati, the Hindi media that had covered us. You can find the 4 photos of our mentor, Mr. Vaidya Mohanji, and then our CTO, Mr. Ashok Shah, CEO, Mr. Deepan Barai, CFO, Mr. Kapil Bindi. And of course, these are all certificates, awards that we have received. Yes, these awards were received as milestones to us, but the awards have their own impact on us because we need to be more responsible because there is a third party that is watching on us. Yes, we were judged as the best small business in the automobile segment by the BSE. We received the 2020 award. With all your support, I think we'll receive the 2021 also. Talks are going on because we have been fast establishing with 300% growth since that award was awarded to us. So India's only international brand, Speedforce. This is a Make in India initiative following on the footsteps of what our government wants, and we have been doing really good service. Another set of awards. We were judged as the best company during the Indian Business Awards and then GTF World. And yeah. So the investment breakup, this is just a breakup for you to understand. The 1 lakh is a franchise fee, 3.5 for the tools and equipment, 1 lakh for internal supervision, stationery, software, training, auditing and monitoring, marketing support, 1 lakh, total is 7.5 lakhs plus GST, which works out around 8.85 lakhs. And stationery and training. Training is, of course, there is value addition in the training that's happening, and it's a continuous process. Auditing is continuous process. Software is not a one-time affair because two things you need to understand. Software is initially we started as a web platform, then we made it a mobile platform, and probably soon we're going to come up with a progressive web application also. And things are going. We are trying to integrate artificial intelligence, IoT, and cloud platform into it. So this totally is being done by us, and the integration is being done at our end. The software is given as a bundled offer along with the initial services that have been offered. So all these things take care of continuous flow because we understand our brand equity depends on the sustenance and the growth of our franchise. So the franchise is the most important person in our family. So unless they survive, they become sustainable, our brand equity or our growth cannot be judged. And let's workshop revenue. Let's look at how the revenue moves, the number of vehicles. This is just a very rough estimate that's been given, but getting all these things, yes. As per the industry standards, 1,000 rupees is the minimum average bill. They say MAB is 1,000 rupees, of which they divide it into 3 buckets, that is 40, 20, 40. 40% towards sales, the service and repair and labor, and 20% towards oil change, and 40% goes towards spares. On an average, what happens is you make that 40% that is towards labor and services yours, and in the balance 60%, approximately you get commissions, discounts to the tune of 10% to 50%. Even if you think 30% at a mean average, you make around 600 rupees fairly on 1,000 rupees billing. So based on that, you can understand just for sustenance, it's all good. You need 3 people to operate on a 500 SFT place, which is semi-commercial, on working a lot of residences. 3 people, first person must be 2 years or 2.5 years experience mechanic who will be taught about how to handle bikes. The second person should be around 1.5 year experience if he can understand the foray of the vehicle, and he will be taught about scooters. The third person is basically a helper come washing guy. So with these 3 people and you sitting there, I'm sure you can cut the cost and see that you reach the sustainability level as early as possible. So yeah, let's look at that. That's about, as I told you, the service, say around 90,000 rupees a month, and you change 21,000, spares around 36,000, extra labor about 15,000. So when a person comes for, say, what happens when a vehicle is coming to your workshop? First of all, you earn on the service. Is it not? You charge for the service. Second, you charge for the labor in case there's a spark bomb. Third, you charge for the spare or the lube that you've been put. Fourth, you even get money for the thrown away, replaced waste material. the waste spare or waste oil, you get your money back. So all these things, see that your workshop becomes sustainable, and we create vendorship for all these things. Okay, so taking that into consideration, it's about 1,82,000 is the direct income, and you make around say yeah, so 45,000 and 60,000 is scrap annually. That is around the rent, the salaries, the maintenance, the taxes. I think guys have quoted on the higher side, but still it's better it's to be on the higher side, because that gives you a fairly leverage into what you need to do it. And yeah, so minusing the direct income, indirect income, and the expense, you take home a minimum of 70,000 rupees. I think this stage you should reach around 6 to 8 months, where you'll definitely cross this. But let's consider this as a benchmark, and our following the SOPs that we have offered and the strategies that we are going to tell you, you're sure to reach this place. Many have reached. Now it's your turn. So let's compare. I think, yeah, you are right now on the franchise apply webinar. So a lot of other segments also would have come up. We have the retail, the F&B. So the investment required for the other two are moderate and high. But whereas for Speedforce multi-brand two-wheelers, it's low, because and it's a one-time investment. Stock and inventory very high, low from our side, because we are in tie-up with OEMs, original equipment manufacturers, and the Castrol, the lubes also. So there you need not buy in bulk. As it is required, you can buy it, and you can maintain sufficient quantity as per our guidelines. We have a 3-bucket formula, which would be explained to you during the franchise training. We are basically a Gujarati company, and we look for low investment, high returns. You know that. So this is the. So I think the host has again muted me. Anyway, I have unmuted it. So this is the crux of our operation, which has made us very successful. The overhead expenses is here. The biggest thing is the overhead expenses are fixed. The more the turnover, what happens is the overhead expenses are evenly divided, and your profits ratio starts increasing. So that's one thing. And seasonal effects, yes. Summer season, you have good business. Winter season, you have better business. And rainy season, you have best business. So that means 247, 365 days is your business area. And consumer need, yes, daily someone or the other will be thinking of you somewhere in your vicinity. Profitability, yes, I told you what is the types of income, so automatically they're going to be high. Yes, let's go into the process of franchise appointment. I told you initial application and DD for 1 lakh plus GST 18,000, 1 lakh 18,000 DD or NEFT. DDs are gone these days. Most of them are doing wire transfers, so NEFT is the best option. You get your letter of intent, search for the location, get the approval. After you get the letter of intent, there's a welcome call that's being conducted from our office, where all the departments, the branding department, the admin department, the tools department, all of us, we come to you, we come together and talk to you and make a schedule of what is to be done in the next 22 days or 25 days or 1 month, depending on your opening. What is to be done from our side, what you need to do, how the payments need to be dispersed. All these things are tabulated into a table and it's been passed on to you. We maintain the table standards, and we expect you also to maintain for a smooth flow of inauguration and functioning. And then basic site work, vendor payments, final payment. The final payments have to reach us before at least 10 days before opening, so that all the other arrangements are done. Materials provision, installation with local support, recruiting manpower, training, pending documents, letter of appointment, inauguration, and then you are the Speedforce of your area. So the entire, I think you would have understood the entire thing during my previous talk itself. You would have understood. Yeah, let's look. That is the 5-member team that is there right now. The others, pandemic. So this was recently shot, and the others are all they were at their own place. It's all a lot of senior citizens with us. So moving out of one zone to other is a little problem. But all of us have joined. A few of us have joined, and we've taken this pick. There you have Mr. Pranav Bhatt, who's recently does the marketing effort. Then you have me, and then Dipen Bhai, you have Ashok sir, you have Kapil Bhai. So all of them on the thing were taking care. And the main pillar of support beyond this is just the picture. And beyond this, we have Rangarajan sir, we have Kohli sir, we have Paul sir, we have Vaidya sir. So these people are all there, and without them, we are nowhere. So that's it. Thank you from my end. I think I will show you a small video if you give me a little time. Yep. So, is the video visible, sir?
Not sir.
1 second, sir.
Mr. Rajkishan, video visible nahi hai abhi.
I think we are also up on the time. Let's have some time for the question answer session. Anybody who has some doubts, we will.
Thank you.
So we'll take over the question answer session.